bend that back for me. We won't stop, got your feet both locked. You get to fly with me. I can take you down for a ride. I take you around my life. Jaywalking, crosswalking, lip locking.
So we're now on Tuesday the 18th. 5 drops I got off yesterday. I did come here to this 6th. I had 40 minutes left on my time, and all the last drops, the last 4, I've been in and out in like 15 minutes. I thought I'll come here and give it a try. They just weren't in the mood to do anything yesterday when I came here, so I had to pull out because I was running short on my time. I parked up, came back in at 7 o'clock this morning. They said no, come back at 9, so I came back at 9. They passed me around. Thank you. Passed me around from pillar to post. The whole time obviously shouting off in Italian, which I don't fully understand. I finally got on a bay. I was on, tipped, paperwork stamped, and off again. 5 minutes. So what are we now? 25 past 9 local. So yeah, 15 hours effectively from when I first got here for the sake of 5 minutes. It's just it's unbelievable. It's almost like being back in the UK. And on that note, like I said, with being shouted at in Italian and passed about here, there and everywhere, you kind of understand how other nationalities feel when they come to the UK. It's not easy, I can assure you. It's not easy. Sometimes it is. That's a bit weird. New junction. Just gonna follow the signs from the Autostrada. So yeah, one more drop in Fidenza, 55 miles down the road, and collection, and then start making my way back. I'm probably not going to get back now before I need a 24-hour break, because my 24-hour break is due by 7 o'clock Thursday morning, and like I said, it's now 25 past 9 Tuesday, so that's just not going to happen, I don't think. But anyway, onwards we go.
Oh my baby, got me staring at you. So high, I'm crazy. Won't you bend that back for me? We won't stop, got your feet both locked. You get to fly with me. I can take you down for a ride. I take you around my life. Jaywalking, crosswalking, live like a dream. I'm with you.
Love the Italian tolls. None of this messing around like the French ones. Your tag beeps and it goes up long before you get to the barrier. So this one that I'm going to now, I've done this before. I did this last time I came down here for these lot, and it's a bit different. This one, you book in, you go and book in, and then you park up and wait, and they call your registration out in Italian, obviously. So if you don't understand any Italian, then you better learn some real quick, because the last thing you want to be doing is sat there while they're calling your registration out. So yeah, they'll call you out and then tell you which bay to go on, which is all well and good in the summer. Last time I came down here it was April, so I just sat outside waiting, but it's -2 outside on the thermometer apparently. So the last thing I want to be doing really is sat there with the windows down or sat outside. So we'll see how we get on with this one. This should be it, just here, yeah. Just off the motorway. You couldn't ask for easier access really, could you? So that's it, you just pull in there, park on the right hand side, go and book in at the office, and then play the waiting game again. Not a bad result in there really. I think it was in and out in 35 minutes or so. Put it this way, I went and booked in, and as I was walking back to the truck they called me out. So I think last time I was there I waited an hour and a half before they called me. So certainly an improvement on last time. So just got to head for the reload now, which I think is 54 miles. Right, that's all loaded, and time to start heading back north now towards excuse me, towards, well, I don't even know where, because I don't know what he's got planned yet, because like I said, I need a 24-hour break. I need to start a 24-hour break by 7 o'clock Thursday morning, and it's now just gone 20 past 5 on Tuesday afternoon. So yeah, we're certainly not going to get back. I don't even know how far I'm going to get. It's one of them where I'm going to be calculating it now. The whole way home I'm going to be thinking, if I do this much and have this break here, I'll get to there, and then I'll have another break and then get to there. And I hate doing that because I don't need to, but can't help myself. I just like to know where I'm going to be. But yeah, we're all loaded. Figured out what was wrong with my GoPro batteries anyway on the plus side while I was sat around. Turns out I was using the wrong cable. When I say the wrong cable, I don't mean the wrong cable, because obviously it was still the same cable, but because it wasn't the official GoPro cable, for some reason it just wouldn't charge the batteries properly. So after all of that, something as daft as not having the official cable can be such a pain. Who knew? So yeah, not sure how far I'm going to get tonight. I've got 4 hours left on my 15-hour spread, which is really annoying because I've got 7 hours driving. I've got just under 7 hours actually. I've got 6 hours and 52 minutes. So out of 11 hours today, out of 11 hours that I've worked, I've done 3 hours and 8 minutes driving. So work that out for yourselves, how much time I've spent sat around waiting today. Far too much. But yeah, I can only do what I can do. So tell you what, this fog has been absolutely incredible. I just can't believe how thick it's been for so long. I mean, it's been like this for, but I've been driving 3.5 hours, and it has been like this most of the way. It's horrible. So I'm just coming up to services, and I'm going to try and get parked in here. I say try because it's not very big, this one, and it is 8:45 PM, and if you've ever tried to park in Italy at 8:45 PM, you'll know where I'm coming from. Can't even see them. Wow. See, I couldn't even see the entrance. Yeah, like I said, if you've ever tried to park in Italy at 8:45 PM, you'll know what I'm saying. Nothing too fancy, but we're literally having we're having an 8-hour, we're having a 9-hour rest, and then rolling on again. So there's room in here, and I'm gonna park across the back here because I've got the fridge running. and I don't want to disturb these lot, so park it across the back. Should keep the noise down a little bit, hopefully. And yeah, I think we're going to call it a night here, because I've got 35 minutes left. I've got 35 minutes. So, as there's room here, it's not really worth going another 20 minutes up the road to find out that I can't get parked, or that there's no room in the next one, because then I'm going to be in trouble. So we'll play it safe, call it a night here. Like I said, I'm just having 9 and then roll on in the morning, so yeah. Right, we're off again, obviously. Wednesday, the 19th, 6:15 local. Yeah, had 9 hours in there. Just chuck some fuel in, just enough to get me back. I hope it's in a diversion. Enough to get me back into France, and then I'll fill again on the preferred fuel cards, but I was really running low. In fact, the fuel light had just come on, so I just had to chuck a bit in there to get me back into France. Yeah, full day's driving today, because I'm due to start my 24 in 25 hours, and I need to get as far north as I can with this trailer, so that somebody else can take it over. So yeah, north to the Blanc now. That's it. Do a bit more filming when I get further north. So in my infinite wisdom, I completely forgot to press record back there at the checkpoint. So I can't show you that, unfortunately. But yeah, it's a compulsory stop. I say checkpoint, it's more of a control point. I believe it's to do with regulating the flow of traffic up here at the tunnel. I wonder if you can see out the window there the views, because it's absolutely incredible up here. Absolutely stunning. Yeah, so as I've mentioned before, you stop in the control point. It's compulsory. As far as I'm aware, there are no exceptions. You must stop there, and they will give you a ticket or a little slip, and you hand that in at the tunnel, and that's how they know whether you've been there or not. So no excuses. It's 26 miles, so it's a hell of a long way to go back if you haven't got it, because like I said, they will send you back. Looks like we've got a bit of a queue here. Yeah, I've also got to get the Escort as well because I've got the fridge on, so I'll get through this queue and then film that once we get that sorted. So, as you can see, there's signs saying Frigo, which means refrigerated. So just follow them into this little holding area with all these other fridges here, and they'll bring an escort vehicle out to escort us through the tunnel. And that's the Mont Blanc tunnel, and that'll be it. That's obviously the Mont Blanc. Can't even see the top of it. And yeah, that'll be it from Italy for me this year, certainly. Like I said, it's the 19th today of December, so that will most certainly be my last trip of the year. When I yeah, this is also why I try and park out the way when I've got a fridge on, because as you can hear, it makes a right bloody racket. Yeah, the lady at the toll booth, she just gave me this little box here, and I thought, what's that? I opened it up, and it's a little cigarette lighter USB socket. Look, little Christmas present, eh? And a leaving present from Italy. So yeah, 11.6 kilometers that. Pretty impressive. This is it, the infamous Mont Blanc tunnel. These blue lights also, I think they're set 75 meters apart, and you're supposed to keep 2 blue lights apart basically, which is obviously 150 meters. Safe distance between you and the vehicle in front. So that's the Blanc complete, and it's all downhill from here, quite literally. Again, absolutely stunning scenery up here. It really is. So I'm going to try and keep it short and sweet from here, because I can see that I've done almost an hour's recording again in the second part of this trip. So I'm going to do a little bit more just down the road, because there's one of the most impressive pieces of road in the whole of Europe, certainly that we drive on anyway. Just a little bit further down here, so I'll do that, and then probably not going to do much else after that.
I can take you down for a ride. I take you around my life. Jaywalking, crosswalking, live like I'm true.
Right, so this is the very aptly named Wall of Death, and you'll see why in a minute. Just look at that. Yeah, you don't really want to go falling over there now, do you? So if you, that road that you can see on the right hand side, if you can see that, you probably can, the road up on the stilts, that's the southbound side going back in towards Italy. If you go into Italy, you come up that way across over the stilts there, and I believe, maybe somebody can correct me on this, but I do believe that once upon a time both sides of traffic used to actually come up, before they built that, I believe both sides of traffic used to come up on this side of the road, around the side of the mountain here. Yeah, but this is wicked. This will never ever get boring. Never get boring. It really, really is a stunning bit of road, that, despite the crazy Italians flying around you at all times. Even though we're back in France, there's obviously still a lot of Italian vehicles on the road, having just come through the Blanc. The French aren't much better either, I might add. But yeah, that's it now really. Like I said, I'm going to try and keep it short and sweet. Otherwise this one's just going to end up dragging on as well, as much as the last one, so... Fortunately, the rain has spoiled this for us, because this is another of my favourite little parts of this particular route. Again, it's absolutely insane when the weather's nice and clear. Just mean, you run out of things to say about it. And this is why we love our job. I say we, I mean most lorry drivers. Especially those who do European. A lot of people will tell you it's not what it used to be anymore, which I can't disagree with, because I've been doing it 7.5 years, so I don't know what it was like before, you know, before how it is now. But those who tell you, you know, you get, I'm on a lot of HGV drivers forums, and like some people, you'll get people asking, oh, you know, I want to get into European work, what's it like? And then you get a lot of people saying, oh, don't bother, it's not what it used to be, it's crap, blah blah blah. And I completely disagree. It's what you make of it. And for me, well, would you rather be working in a warehouse or in an office, or would you be rather, you know, would you rather be out doing and seeing things? Because to me, there's just no comparison. There's no comparison at all. This is freedom. This is what I call freedom anyway. Being out on the road, yeah, you're on your own a lot of the time, but it's a very liberating feeling. It's the feeling of responsibility, especially, I think, is something that makes me appreciate it a lot more. You have to, you know, it's not, you're not just following instructions all the time. You have to think, you have to actually use your brain and a bit of initiative. And well, like I said, it's what I do, it's what I enjoy, and it's not going to change anytime soon, I don't think, because how can you get bored of views like that? You know, like I said, it's not like that all the time. It's, you know, you might be doing some bits and bobs around London sometimes, but as I always say, you take the rough with the smooth. So that is pretty much going to be the end of this video, I think. I may well film getting on the train on the way back because it's a bit of a novelty to me nowadays, a novelty, as we use the boat more often than not. So I'll probably do the train on the way back, and that will be about that.